I am in the TaylorMade tour truck, and we're going to take a little bit of a tour and see what happens in here.
Okay.
This is Chris.
Come on in. You're in the Dragon's Den now.
Yep. Now I'm in a crowded area. This is where the players get their clubs made if they need anything.
So we have kind of all the selections of different grips. We cater for anywhere between 150 players per event. So as you can imagine, we have to stock every single type of grip you can imagine.
Wow, yeah.
And we'll have player-specific grips as well. So you can see some of the names here, the guys that have their own specific grip.
Ooh, fancy.
So Martin Keimer.
Grips. What kind of grips does he like?
That's one of his putter ones actually, but that's his kind of full chord.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you have the T. Cousins, some of the Prince, which is Darren Clark.
Oh yeah, of course.
European Ryder Cup captain.
Oh, I love these. These are cool.
So yeah, that's
Luke, or is that Donald?
Yeah, when he used to use some of our products, he had his own special grips as well. As you can imagine, some of the tour guys that build the clubs. This is Daryl, European Tour Manager. So he's at the moment kind of looking at a putter for Marco Crespi, working on one of our staff players. So he'll be measuring that up.
Yep, 35 inches, ready to go. Without a grip.
And then this is the two kind of main building stations where we have all the product. As you can imagine, this is the new EF wedge that we're working with this week. It's new out on the tour.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
We have these in all the different loft and bounce combinations.
Interesting.
And we can build anywhere in the region of, I think last week we bought 160 different clubs out in Spain. We built sets of irons as well for players, so we have all the different configurations.
Oh yeah, I have these.
The irons,
I have the RSI 2s.
Yeah. So some pretty cool stuff there. And obviously we have kind of two main working stations, so with the curing bar, so the guys will, for instance, let me give you an example of some orders that are coming in.
TV, so fancy. Well, this looks pretty much exactly like the one in the US.
Yeah, we like to think a little bit smarter now.
Yes, obviously.
So we work on an order system, so this is one of our staff players, Eddie Pepperell. This is a UDI 2 iron that he wants made for this week. It comes in from the range, pops up on here.
Oh yeah, that's a lot smarter. They don't have that in America.
Yeah, and then the guys will start building. So, but you know, one time we'll have players on. There's Richie Ramsey, just come on working on a driver. Yeah, just missed him.
Yeah.
Shame. So yeah, and then we have obviously metalwoods being our main aim. Is we have all the different heads in here for our metalwoods. So we work on different tolerances on the heads. We'll have all the different loft variations in here. This is aero burner, for instance. You can see here we have a 10.5 head. We actually measure each one, so this one's coming out at 10.8. That's the level of intricacy the players want to know the exact loft of their product. So we work with those. Like aero burner is really big for us at the moment, which is running alongside obviously R15 being the #1 driver on tour. Swing weight machines make sure the players have all got the right weights, everything they want to use. It's a really important part. One thing people don't realise is how important weight is in a golf club. Swing weight, dead weight, swing weight being the most important part. If you don't have your club swing weighted, you haven't had it done, do it. Swing weighting is the way forward. And then all the machinery that goes around into making sure the players have the clubs exactly they want. So grinding wedges, turning in barrels. And then obviously the most important thing on the tour track, having a chocolate bar. You know, you can't go anywhere without having a chocolate bar. So that is the tour truck here at TaylorMade. Goes around to the truck goes to about between 20, how many events, Darren?
The truck will do about maybe 21 to 25 events a season. Some of that's going to be amateur events as well as the main European tour. Obviously we do also use the truck for commercial purposes as well. So it's a pretty heavy duty truck that we use for multiple functions in our business.
And you guys drive it everywhere, like in America?
Well actually there's some different EU laws. So with the European Union there's different laws that apply to us that don't apply to the States. So that means that from a working hours point of view, we actually hire another company to do some of the driving for us. So it does actually depend on how far that journey is and how long it's going to take. 9 times out of 10, we're going to use this other company to do the transportation for us.
Yeah, because the main tour and Wade, as you guys know, he drives the truck around.
Yeah.
But that must be interesting, like, because well, I guess Europe's not that big. So, yeah.
It's more to do with obviously the amount of distances of travel, obviously boats to catch, obviously.
Yeah, there's so much. That's what I'm saying, because there are islands and
exactly.
all sorts
so
of things.
And plus, the European tour is not just a European tour; it's a world tour.
Exactly.
So the truck can only really stay in mainland Europe.
Yeah.
So we obviously travel further afield. We go to parts of Asia, Australasia, and obviously into Africa as well. And when we're traveling there, we obviously don't have the truck, so we have to work from literally whatever we can carry on
Oh
a plane.
my gosh, that must be such a pain in the butt.
Pretty difficult. And then obviously we sometimes use the facilities at the golf courses, but that's why we're so busy this week. Is because this is only the second time we've had the truck with us. So all the players are coming on to get their equipment adjusted and make sure it's dialed in, that we haven't been able to do while we're out in South Africa, Mauritius, China, the places we've been in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite a different setup, quite a different mechanics to the US.
Right.
But many similarities, but also some huge differences.
And so let me ask you this: how many players like to do their own are very hands-on? Like, which of the players do you think
some
of that
guys,
are really
I don't know if you
hands-on?
can pick this up. I'll show you a quick picture here. We have a player called Johan Karlsson. He's a Swedish player.
Who? Sorry.
Johan Karlsson, he's called.
Okay.
He's about 17th of the race in Dubai. I'll give you an example. Last week we were in Spain, and he was on the truck here, building his own wedges. So he will specifically like to grind his own wedges, make sure the grind is exactly how he wants it. So he's one of the guys that would come on and do things himself, because he's quite particular about the way he likes things. Other guys will have worked with some of our technicians for a long, long time, and the technician is almost a part of their makeup. So the guys have their go-to guy. So for instance, Darren Clark came on yesterday. Darren works with another Darren, one of our guys called Darren Hill, and Darren Hill's worked with Clarkey for a number of years, so he knows exactly how he likes his clubs. So as soon as he comes on, he'll pass those to Darren, and Darren will grind them for him exactly how he likes them. So there's a lot of relationships on tour, obviously. A lot of players that work with specific guys from TaylorMade. Once you form those relationships, it means that every time a new product comes out, it's built to that guy's exact specification.
Cool.
So yeah, it's
nice.
cool.
All right. Well, thank you for the tour.
No problem at all.
This is a good view of the range too. Look how busy the range is, guys. Or anyone watching have any questions? Everyone's so quiet. Where are the comments? Well, I guess it's so early in America right now. Cool. Well, that's the TaylorMade tour truck. I hope you enjoyed that. See you guys soon.